Hi guys, welcome to your bi-weeklies, and just give me a minute to a minute and a half for just a quick intro. First of all, I want to thank you FeedSpot for basically giving Cat Tarot such a great honor. Being in top 50 on the entire YouTube is like absolutely stunning. It is amazing. And thank you, so I really appreciate it. However, I actually should thank more to all of you, my users, because without you this just wouldn't happen. So it really kind of like makes me feel great, and I again want to thank you for I actually want to invite you to join my Facebook pages if you haven't already. I actually am considering to post some different readings on that platform. As you know, the wise people say it's not good to put all eggs in one basket. So it's going to be a free reading contest for all of you who join, and also for all of you who already joined who are actually sharing the content. So there is some kind of incentive. I just want to spend a few more words just to let you know that you know how this really works. This is only me, and I am doing all these videos. So if you just do the count, there are like 36 videos. So multiply this by 4 and the time that is being spent on these videos, and you will see how much time I actually donate to you every month. If you calculate, it's going to be about 60 hours. So I am not asking for any accolades or anything. I'm just telling you this is like the time that is basically taken away from my family, from my friends, and mostly from me. And I also need some time off for myself, as I'm just a human, just as everybody else. And I'm leaving the best for the end, right? So again, for all of you supporters, for all of you who are my clients, for all of you who are sending me private emails and of encouragement, of warm wishes, I cannot tell you how appreciated that is. That actually means a lot to me. And each comment left on a website is also very meaningful. In spite of all these hours, I still every day spend time reading it, and each time I bookmark with my cat, like if after reading the comment. So thank you very much, and without further ado, let's jump right into your bi-weeklies. Hi Geminis, welcome to your September 1st to September 15th. So, the bottom of the deck, 5 of Pentacles. Somebody left you out in the cold, or maybe you kind of like feel a little bit isolated recently. You feel somehow as an outsider in some kind of situations, or you feel blocked out from someone whose kind of like company and warmth meant a lot to you. So you have to realize that in the situation, which is kind of like the underlying situation, you have to be able to rely and discern who your really friends are. And you know, sometimes it's not going to be the obvious. So the first card is like 4 of Wands, lovely card. This talks about some kind of celebration. It talks about a gathering. It certainly is going to the next stage of building something. So it's kind of like really encouraging card. However, like it's something about it is causing anxiety. This card usually comes just like in my little speech initially. It's like when too many things are happening at the same time, and this is exactly like this is coming from all the sides at you, right? Absolutely all the elements. And it's kind of like, which one do I do first? How do I organize myself? And then you start basically hyperventilating and feeling analysis paralysis or anxiety paralysis. So the intention is here, but like something is like blocking. So this kind of like is calling for relaxation kind of techniques. And it's 9. It's not going to last very long, guys. Yay! Guys, this is good. This also is kind of like air flavor. The Fool talks about, you know what, I have to be optimistic, I have to be positive, and I have to keep going. I have to follow my own kind of like dreams. I follow my own wishes. And this is just almost indicating being kind of like so positive that you are not even willing to consider any negativity. And that kind of like makes sense after kind of this severe anxiety. Or this also initially can cause anxiety until you kind of like just get it. Look, I cannot predict what's going to happen. Bad things might happen anyway, because anxiety happens as a result of us thinking about the future and anticipating hostility, bad results, ineffectiveness, etc., etc. So this is like, the heck, I'm not doing it, you know. If it happens, happens. But right now, right here, I'm going to be happy. Really kind of like positive card, and it kind of like is a way of dealing with the stress. So you have actually moved on from something. Something was in the past that maybe was stressing, or maybe moving on from some kind of bad situation. But this is also indication of progressing and hoping to get somewhere else where it's better. And it looks like in your case, maybe there is a person with whom you want to get to the next level, or if you're a single person, this is telling me that you probably want to, that you're ready for basically not just casual dating, that you'll actually be ready for a longer term relationship. So we have Six of Pentacles. So now we have lots of flavors. We have Wands, we have Swords, we have Pentacles. Six of Pentacles talks about giving and taking. So kind of when it shows up in the reading, it is asking about balance. It's asking about what has been happening, what hasn't been happening. It's asking about if you're the one who's giving too much, or are you the one who's taking? Because if you're taking this equilibrium out of balance, if you're the one who's giving too much, it's going to be expected. And if you're taking too much, it might be, you know, cut off. So try to balance it out. And this is talking about just the kind of daily things and not some kind of like really big things. So this is not just this card. Now there is a strength here. Maybe this is where this anxiety kicks in. So this could mean feeling weak. This could mean feeling discouraged. This could mean somebody's not committing. This could mean not having a soft touch, going like head on kind of like to solutions. And that generally would talk about self-esteem. So when you give too much to people, that kind of like indicates some kind of weakness. So you guys need to work on it, right? Here you're kind of like feeling still some kind of leftovers of a third party. When Three of Cups comes reversed, as we see it in the upper situation, we see the joyful gathering of three kitties, and they're eating grapes, and I absolutely don't like this card, because grapes are not good for cats. I don't know if they're poisonous, but they just, I don't think they're good. So the cups reversed means the joy has left the building, right? So it also can indicate the third party. So it could be like that kind of like fight within yourself into how to turn things around. It looks like you actually are already turning that leaf around, because look at this, like you're Gemini, so you're ruled by sixes. So 6 and 6 is over here, and you're coming to the final kind of stage of something. I have to say, I'm really surprised that I didn't see Lovers, a Magician, in your deck with these sixes. So this is your environment. Even though to most signs, the Knight of Swords can look like somebody who's rebellious, somebody who always argues, somebody who kind of like has lots of buttons. Maybe it could be you, that some people are pushing your buttons, and that kind of like the approach that either you have or that somebody have could be a little bit kind of harsh. But I think while you can handle harshness, be really aware with other people, because some people can't handle it. In fact, majority of the people have very thin skin, so you just tell them anything, even something that can actually be very helpful, and they immediately explode because their ego is basically attacked. Under attack, they cannot see that actually is a help. So be very careful, and also do not offer any unsolicited advice. Wow. Four of Pentacles. You guys are getting out of your box. You're realizing like keeping the goodies for yourself, it kind of like gets stale. You have to open up. You have to understand that, you know, life is so much better when we share it with the other people. And look at that, you are becoming victorious. So this kind of like means getting on the same page. Remember how I said balance kind of things this talks about? It's kind of like, I'm not feeling that great, like there are some emotions, they're feeling a little bit sour. But here it talks about kind of dusting yourself off after you fail. Chariot is always about our demons. Like when we go from Lover's card, which is your card, to this card. So remember I said like I was surprised that I didn't see the Lover's card, but this is the one after it, and you also have the 8 reversed. So this is talking about, look, you need to have that soft touch, just like here, because this is a preparation, right? So there are no strengths here to power this Chariot, right? All there is, they're stars, right? All there is like some kind of like self power. This is like when you have that leadership qualities, right? This is talking about, you know, if you see these birds would fly, each of them on a different side. So this literally talks about we guys have to kind of like discuss what direction is good for all of us, right? So the horoscope signs I see that can be very significant this period would be Leo and Cancer, and possibly other air signs. So let's see what is this commitment, because I really like to see that over here. I actually like the fact that you on some level, even though it looks like you're still having issues, but there are 2 major arcanas, and this one has the exit over the 15th of September is really good. So this gives light to the entire reading, because the entire tarot is based on Fool's card, and I actually have a love and hate relationship with this. Love because it talks about the new thing and the future, and like going in spite of everything. Hate is because, oh my god, like, I mean, how positive can we be? Like, I mean, how can I stay positive if I get a ticket? How can I stay positive after, you know, your loved one gets sick? How do you do that? So, but apparently, again, it's the choice that we make in love, right? In life, not necessarily in love only, where, you know, the same situation may happen and may play out, and how you're going to react to it, it's basically what's going to form us as a person. So let's see what is the story behind this Fool for you, Geminis. I'm confirming with my Gypsy Oracle cards. Wow. I think you're leaving your ego behind you. That's a biggie. And I can see that here too. This is biggie. This means you guys, you're moving to the next level. Like, we all have element of narcissism. We all have ego, right? So I was just giving like how people kind of like react, and looks like you will be able to start distinguishing that, and this kind of like talks about getting rid of vanity, getting rid of self-importance, like, right? Because the peacock is like a gorgeous bird, right? But you can just imagine if all this kind of things is used for scaring and chasing others, it's not having the same thing. And actually you have, look at how many peacocks you have. I think peacock is the key for you right now, because in these cards, their feathers are spread. If you guys have a peacock feather, I honestly would make it like your own little kind of altar for the 2 weeks, because I have a feeling it's going to bring you a great luck, because this is falling on this new beginning. This is also that you have, like, I mean, well, it is kind of like something that flies as well. But look, by the end of this 2 weeks is going from, okay, let's shed all these bad parts about who we are, and then kind of like come in all this kind of gorgeousness out. So it's almost like maybe even looking into things about yourself that are not functioning. So let me see this Strength card reverse here. Why is that Strength card here? Yeah, somebody doesn't want to commit. Somebody is choosing between the 2 people. We have the pleasure seekers, or somebody, or you might have 2 people, extra person, or it's kind of hard to make a choice, and it's kind of like that feeling of imbalance, and that kind of like, as you can see, this card repeated here, so hence we have the confirmation. But let's see what is the next stage from here as well. What is this Three of Cups for Tauruses? Three of Cups for Tauruses, September 1st to September 15. Three of Cups for Tauruses. Why is this Three of Cups for Tauruses? Wow. You guys are really, you really want to go into something serious. And now we have a repeat of this, which is basically the core. And something is why did I say Tauruses? Oh my gosh, it's Gemini. Somebody here dating a Taurus, please leave me a comment. I don't know why I said that. Holy smoke. No. It's Gemini, 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 Gemini. Lots of Geminis around here. So now, guys, Geminis, this talks about, just like this card, moving to the next level. Like, whether this is like dating, whether it's from dating going to the long-term relationship, serious relationship, from serious relationship to engagement, from engagement to marriage, from, I don't know, like from marriage to having children, from having children to having grandchildren, right? So this is like a natural process. And kind of like, hence, you don't want to build it on the wrong reasons, or maybe there is like sadness that certain things didn't happen with some person, right? And lastly, I want to see this anxiety. I want to see what is brewing, what you need to shed and really pay attention to. Hope. Hope is the answer, guys, for you. So this is also a card of hope. It cannot be more hopeful card in the entire tarot deck. So again, anxiety is also created as our ego starts to kind of be inflamed. So I think, again, probably the key of your reading is to have hope and go bravely forward. You guys are going to be very successful. This is a really positive card. It can involve some kind of traveling toward the end of the period. It certainly talks about meeting of the minds, and it talks about really positive results and something that can actually come on really rapidly as a kind of complete surprise. Hi, Safi. You want to say hi to Geminis? Really? Love them? How much? A lot? No. Okay, and on that note, from Safi and me, I wish you guys all the best for these 2 weeks, and your monthlies are coming up soon. All the best. Love you.